flash bright on stage, glam and glitter, all the rage. In the ring where dreams come true, Hollywood elite through and through. Stars collide under the glow, spandex flexes in the show. Hyped up crowd, they roar and cheer. Legends born every night, we're here. Glam Slam Hollywood, feel the might, where the stars listen every night. Glam Slam Hollywood, see them fly. Heroes rise to reach the sky. Big time names in golden frames, move so smooth they'll change the game. All the fame right in this ring. Feel the power, hear them sing. That's like a Glam Slam Hollywood, feel the might, where the stars listen every night. Glam Slam Hollywood, see them fly. Heroes rise to reach the sky. It's Hollywood, son. Electric battles never done. Dreams unfold with every fight. Shine and sparkle into the night. That's like a Glam Slam Hollywood, feel the might, where the
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Hollywood Elite Wrestling. My name is Grandpa Choco. It is a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the magic that is Hollywood Elite Wrestling. We've got a full chat room already. Neil Lau is here. Kathy Evans is here. Gerandis is here. Michael Brada, Jeffrey Melton, Christopher Merriman, everybody, all the best people are here. We'll get that right out of the way. It's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you for tuning in. It is time for some more Hollywood Elite action. We've got a great main event here tonight, Magnum TA versus Bad News Allen. If you are in the chat room, you can vote in the poll. I think it's at the top of where the chat is, who you think is going to win in the main event. Before we get going, we want to thank all the Golden Circle channel members. Look at these names. These are people who believe in quality tabletop wrestling entertainment. So big shout out to all these fine folks. Seriously, these shows could not be done without these folks. So we really, really appreciate it. If you're not in the Golden Circle, subscribing is awesome. Telling a friend is incredible. Giving a thumbs up is also incredible. So we welcome everybody here as well. We're going to be rolling out matches using the FG Assistant app. If you want to know more about this application, you can head on over to patreon.com/FG Assistant. I will always say, I will also say, as I always do, that I am using a pre-release version. So as we click around here tonight, you may see things that are not available in the currently released version, but that is okay. That means that they are probably on their way. All right. So let me click on over to show you what happened in the pre-show. We had a pre-show last night. There we go. We had a pre-show last night, and there were some really great matches during the pre-show. Jacqueline beat Candi Divine with a float over DDT. That was a 2.5-star match. Stan Stasiak versus Ranger Ross. Ranger Ross with the victory in 9 minutes and 51 seconds, but that was a 4-star match. That was probably one of my favorite matches. Stan Stasiak being one of my absolute favorite of the recent cards that have come out. And I will admit it, I was trying to give him a solid win, and it did not happen. Ranger Ross beat him, but it was a heck of a match. The U.S. Express beat California Connection, and they really took him to task. It was a nice long match, 2.5 stars, but it was mostly U.S. Express the whole time. And the California Connection, they pulled out all the stops. Missy Hyatt got involved and all that kind of stuff. And then in the main event, Thesz just absolutely trashed the main event for the pre-show. just trashed the Masked Superstar with a Greco-Roman backdrop. That was all Thesz. That whole match was all Thesz. So, well, let's head over for our the main card. The reason we are here, the pre-show is done. And the card here today, we're going to start with one-man gang with Oliver Humperdink in his corner versus Marty Jannetty. Trish Stratus versus Leilani with Jimmy Hart in the corner. Buddy Rose and Doug Summers with Sherri Martel versus the British Bulldogs with Captain Lou Albano. Don Leo Jonathan taking on Big John Studd, a battle of the big men for sure here. Bobby the Brain Heenan will be lurking at ringside. And then in your main event, Magnum TA versus Bad News Allen. What I told the Golden Circle channel members in the pre-show last night was I was looking over the records. I was looking for cards to book. And so far in Hollywood Elite Wrestling, Magnum TA is 2-0. But then I was like, how did Magnum TA only ever have 2 matches in this Fed? And those were probably tournament matches from the very beginning, which means I haven't been using Magnum TA. So I dropped him into the main event, and I thought Bad News Allen would be a good opponent for him. All right, let's get started with our wrestling with One Man Gang taking on poor Marty Jannetty. I have not used this card a lot for Marty Jannetty, so let's roll the dice. Let's ring the bell, and One Man Gang going to start things off here. Running corner splash, but that's an agility move, and Jannetty has the agility. And there's a choice B. Going to whip Big Boss Man into the turnbuckle, but Boss Man lifts a knee, and there is a headbutt, 2, down 3, two-handed throat lift, choice H. What is his death jump? Yeah, going to have to go for that because the other one is agility. Big one-man gang climbing up to the top. No, Jannetty counters, trips him off the top, and goes for the pin. Target is 3, rolls a 7. So there's one fatigue over there. Jannetty with a death jump of his own going up, blasts him with a flying clothesline, and Jannetty not going to throw him out of the ring. Suplex, try a suplex on the one-man gang. And let's see. Throw into the turnbuckle. Yeah, he's going to whip him into the turnbuckle again. It's up to you, specialty move. The wrestler with the better turnbuckle rating. That's going to be Jannetty. Jannetty wins that. Rolls on level 3 offense. There's a top rope fist drop. Hurt 2. A power slam does not have the power to do that. One man gang will take over. Not going to throw him into the ropes. Going to roll up. Well, now he has to throw him into the turnbuckle. Opponent rolls on level 2. Body slam 2. Marty Jannetty reverses it on level 1. Head slam to the mat 2. That will work. Hurt 2. Running knee lift, choice D. He'd have to roll a 5 or better. Going to have to go for the agility. This will work on an 11 or less. Oh, he should have gone for the other one. But that'll work there. Nope, no it won't. One man gang reverses it. Elbow hammers 2. Down 3. Choice H again. Going to go for the death jump. Climbing up. Blasts him with a flying clothesline. And there's some shoulder rams on Jannetty. Hurt 2. Elbow hammers. Hurt 2. Clothesline. Big clothesline. Hurt 2. Headbutt 2. Hurt 2. Into the ropes. He's going to try it. He's going to risk it. The opponent gets a position for a back body drop. Jannetty gets him up into a pile driver. And then the top rope fist drop. Down 3. And one man gang is going to roll out of the ring. Consults with Oliver Humperdink. But a wild brawl erupts. The wrestler with the better ring rating, that's going to be One Man Gang. And he throws Jannetty back in and then tosses him right back out of the ring again. He crawls helplessly back in. Two-handed throat lift, going to go for the death jump on Jannetty. The opponent comes off the top, but you counter. He counters again. And One Man Gang rolling his pin. This is going to bring a distraction attempt from Oliver Humperdink. Let's roll his distractor. It is a success. All right, so One Man Gang does not have to roll his pin. He does get 1 fatigue there. Top rope fist drop, 3. Hurt 2. Choice B. Again, going to whip him into the turnbuckle. Crushed by a big kick. And there is a DDT. Hurt 2. Power slam 2. That's not going to work. Headbutt to Jannetty. Jannetty ducks out of the way. Choice B again. Again, going to whip him into the turnbuckle. Crushed by a big kick. There's another DDT. Down 3. A one-man gang rolls out of the ring again. The wrestler with the better ring rating. That's one-man gang. He rolls, and there it is, the 747 splash. Roll 1 die on a roll of 1. The opponent moves. It's a roll of 2, so this is going to hit. Target is 6. Roll is an 8. So Jannetty kicks out, and one-man gang cannot believe it after giving him the 747 splash, and he tosses Jannetty out of the ring. He crawls helplessly back in, and he hits the splash again, or he's attempting to. He does get it. So target here will be 7. Roll is an 8. Jannetty kicks out again. One-man gang cannot believe it. Choice H going to go for the death jump. Blast you with the flying clothesline. Shoulder rams 2. Hurt 2. Jason, welcome. Great to have you here. Into the ropes. Throws Marty Jannetty into the ropes, but he hits him with another pile driver. And death jump climbing up to the top. Big clothesline from the top. And then a drop kick. Hurt 2. Back elbow ram 3. Down 3. And again, one-man gang is going to roll out of the ring. And the opponent comes out of the ring and tries to hit you with an object like a steel chair. The referee comes out and warns them to stop, but Jannetty shoves the ref. He might get disqualified here. He is not. Smashes gang and waves the chair menacingly at Oliver Humperdink and rolls him back in. And Jannetty's going to roll, and he's going to roll a death jump. Who has the better agility rating? That's going to be Jannetty. Jannetty rolls on level 3. Death jump again. Blasts him with a flying clothesline. And there's the rocker dropper. Target is 6, but this is going to bring in Oliver Humperdink to roll on the manager interference chart. Your manager tries to interfere, but the opponent clotheslines the manager and then delivers a specialty move. He covers you. Roll your pin. So the target here is +1. So the finisher is +1. The target is 6. And the roll is a 3. And what a victory here for the one and only Marty Jannetty, beating the one-man gang with a rocker dropper. The fans are loving it. And let's see. That is a 2.5-star match. So a good opener there. A good solid opener. They went 11 minutes. So far, the longest match on the card. All right. Let's keep the action going. We got Jimmy Hart at ringside with Leilani Kai. Bear 805 is here. Michael Brada says, or did he keep pulling him up off the pins? That's true. He could have been doing that. I like the drama of Marty Jannetty kicking out, and the I always loved when heels just get so flabbergasted. Like One Man Gang would just be like, "What? How could he kick out?" That's why I like the heels, because they get to do all the fun acting. All right, here we go. Trish Stratus versus Leilani Kai. Certainly a win here could propel one of these two up into first contendership, number 1 contendership for the title. We'll roll on, let's see, 11, Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus with a wrist lock on Leilani Kai. Dazed 1. Clothesline 2, an agility move. Has the agility. Hurt 2. Hanging choke in corner 2. Hurt 2. Bicycle kick. Choice B. Going to whip Leilani Kai into the turnbuckle. Bounce forward and into an incredible neck-breaking clothesline. There's Stratusfaction. This is going to bring a distraction from Jimmy Hart. A Stratusfaction distraction. Can he distract? No, he cannot. He gets tripped up in the rope, so we got to roll the pin here. Target is 5. Roll is a 4, and just like that, Trish Stratus with the win. Jimmy Hart cannot believe it, and we're going to call that a squash for sure. And a big win for Trish Stratus here over former champion Leilani Kai. All right, time for some tag team action as we work our way through. And this is going to be Buddy Rose and Doug Summers versus the British Bulldogs. We're going to start Dynamite Kid with Doug Summers. We got Sherri at ringside over here. We got Captain Lou at ringside over here. Let's roll the dice. Let's ring the bell. And Dynamite Kid. Oh, wait. Hold on one second. we're using the bold stats. Okay, just want to make sure. Dynamite Kid going to start things off. Oh, double shoulder block right from the top, and that is a hurt 2. Falling power slam 3, hurt 2. Into the ropes. Whips him into the ropes. Opponent gets itching for a back body drop, but you hit him with a pile driver. Roll on level 3 offense. There's some repeated stomps. He cut off Davey Boy Smith. Elbow smash 3. That's his pin. Target is 3. Rolls a 7. And Doug Summers with some vicious knee drops. Hurt 2. Headlock and punch 2. Hurt 2. Backbreaker drop choice D. Just a backbreaker, not backbreaker drop. Let's see. His power's a -1. Going to go for it. 8 or less. 6 gets it. Down 3. Going to try and make the tag. Can he do it? Yes, able to make the tag. And here comes Dynamite Kid with a snap mare on Doug Summers, but he plants his feet and hits a kick to the stomach, dazing the youngster. Hair pull takedown 2, but an agility move. And there's a front drop kick. Down 3. Death jump. Climbing up to the top. Blast him with a flying clothesline there. Superplex 3. Hurt 2. Gut wrench suplex 3. There's his pin. They're going to use a pin save over here. Your tag partner saves you and breaks the referee's count. Opponent rolls on level 3 offense. There's a diving headbutt. Well, this is going to use the other pin save here. Your tag partner runs in, and so does the opponent's partner. While the referee is distracted, your partner drops an elbow on the opponent and reverses the pinning combination. So we're going to add another fatigue over here. And Dynamite Kid being pinned, they're not going to use a pin save here. Target is 2. Roll is a 10. Some dirty pool there by Doug Summers. He's going to tag out. And here comes Playboy Buddy Rose. And there's a neck breaker. They will use a pin save here. Your tag partner tries to save you, but is stopped. Roll your pin. The target is 5. The roll is a 4. And look at that. Rose and Summers steal a win with some double teaming and some chicanery. And what a match there. What a fun match. Dynamite Kid was the loser. And let's see. We've got 2, 2, 4, 5. We'll give that 2 stars. We'll give it 2 stars. PDM, welcome here. Great to see you. Thanks for coming in. I would say, yeah, Jason, absolutely for sure. I really like them as a team. I wish their cards were. I understand why their cards are where their cards are, but I like them so much. I would like to see them win more. That's it. They're there. Yeah, so that's a fun one. They can win, and they can kind of make it a little bit of a cheating type thing. All right, here we go. Don Leo Jonathan versus Big John Studd. That tracks, yeah, Duranda's saying that tracks for Rose and Summers. Bobby Heenan at ringside. Let's see. And we got Big John Studd has an inch and some pounds on Don Leo Jonathan, but still 2 very large, enormous men. And Don Leo Jonathan start things off with a forearm hammer, dazed 1. Running shoulder block 2, power move. They have equal power. Jonathan is more agile. So that is going to work. Hurt 2. Atomic drop 3. Down 3. And Studd, he just does that heel thing where the first big move, I know he had a move before that, but he rolls out of the ring. A wild brawler ups the wrestler with the better ring rating. They are equal. So they brawl back into the ring, and Don Leo Jonathan with a swinging full Nelson. Impressive. And Studd rolls out of the ring again. He rolls right back in before the count. Not going to throw him out of the ring. Going to whip him. Whoa, this could backfire. Into the turnbuckle. Crushed by a big kick. Wind up knee lift 2. Hurt 2. Atomic drop 3. Hurt 2. Body slam 2. Big John Studd. He can't slam Studd into the ropes. He's going to whip him into the ropes. The opponent drops down. You roll again on this chart. You count the ropes with a powerful flying shoulder tackle. And then the giant swing. Hurts 2. Giant swing. Keeping it going. Hurts 2. Into the turnbuckle. Whips him into the turnbuckle. But Studd moves out of the way as he charges in. He crashes in. And Don Leo Jonathan rolling his pin. He's got a 5-2. So the roll's a 10. So he's able to kick out there. But Stud now in control. Body slam of his own. Hurt 2 into the turnbuckle. Whips him in again. And it's a reversal. Stud goes into the turnbuckle. And he catches Jonathan with a skull-splitting lariat. And Jonathan is down. He's going to roll out of the ring, get a breather. The opponent comes out of the ring, continues to fight, but John Leo Jonathan smashes him into the announce table. He might be disqualified here. Target is 5. Roll is a 9. He is not. Throws him back in. Bear hug. Choice F. Let's see. His agility is a +3. His power is a -4, so that would work on a 3 or less. So he's going to go for the leg drop, the agility, which will work on a 10 or less. But watch this roll be Snake Eyes, and he would have got it. I knew it! I knew it! I called it! But it was just the agility. So that happens. But no, Big John Studd reverses it. Hits a big clothesline. Hurts 2. Shoulder block 2. Hurt 2. Bear hug 3. Locks it in. I hit the wrong button. Down 3. Can Stud capitalize here? Body slam. Hurt 2. Shoulder block 2. Don Leo Jonathan reverses it. Tries the body slam. Does not work. Stud whips him into the ropes. The opponent puts him down with a running back elbow. And there's into the turnbuckle. Whips Don Leo Jonathan into the turnbuckle, but he reverses it. Bounce forward, catches the opponent with another skull-splitting lariat. Goes down hard. Hurt 2. Headbutt 2. Agility. Don Leo Jonathan with the agility. Tries the body slam. Does not work again. Bear hug. And that is a level 3. Down 3. Don Leo Jonathan not rolling out of the ring now. Rear chinlock 2. Dazed 1. We're battling back to the top. Chop to the chest 1. Don Leo Jonathan reverses it. Big drop kick 2. Hurt 2. Wind up knee lift 2. Big John Studd reverses on level 1. Backbreaker on knee. They have equal power, so that will work. Hurt 2. Clothesline 3. Pin. Target is 3. Roll is a 6. Heenan is at ringside screaming at Studd to pin him and finish him. Body slam there. Down 3. Out of the ring. Tosses him out of the ring. But Jonathan whips him into the announcer's table again. Rolling DQ 5. No DQ here. Throws him back in. Rolling backsplash. And that was the first pin for Studd. Target is 2. Roll is a 6. There's 1 fatigue for Big John Studd. Not going to throw him out of the ring. Atomic drop. And that catches him again. Heenan almost, he's thinking about getting involved, but he's not going to get involved yet. Target is 3. Roll is a 7. So there's another fatigue there. And there's a rolling backsplash. Down 3. And Studd rolls out of the ring. Wild Brawler ups the wrestler with the better ring rating. They are equal. So Don Leo Jonathan will roll on level 3. He's going to roll up. Hits that atomic drop. Hurt 2. Wind up knee lift 2. Hurt 2. Big drop kick 2. And Studd reverses it. Lock up and shove across the ring. Dazed 1. Elbow smash 2, but it's an agility move. And Don Leo Jonathan with a big drop kick. Hurts 2. Wind up knee lift 2. Studd reverses it into the ropes. Whips him into the ropes. And opponent puts you down with a running back elbow. Shoulder block 2. Dazed 1. Choice C. I'm just thinking of Big John Studd doing a moonsault. He's going to go for the agility move. So this is throat drops on rope agility move. And so he's got to roll a 6 or better. And rolls a 7. So Don Leo Jonathan with a big drop kick. And then a body slam. Does he get him? Yes, he slams Studd there. Wind up knee lift 2. Hurt 2. Into the turnbuckle. Whips him into the turnbuckle. Crushed by a big kick. And a big drop kick 2. Big John Studd reverses it. Chop to the chest 1. Dazed 1. Backbreaker on knee. That will work. Hurt 2. Headbutt 2, but that will not work. Wind up knee lift 2, but Studd reverses it. Tries a back elbow smash. That won't work. There's the giant swing. Hurt 2. Wind up knee lift 2. Studd reverses it on level 1. Choice C. And again, neither of these choices are great. Going to go for the agility. He'll work on a 6 or less. Oh, he gets it that time. down 3. Stud, what is his? I think he's going to throw him out of the ring. Tosses Jonathan out of the ring. Wild Brawler ups, better ring rating. That's going to be Stud because they're equal. Rear chin lock, 2. Don Leo Jonathan reverses it. Wind up knee lift, 2. Hurt, 2. Atomic drop, 3. And that's his pin. Heenan is going to use a distraction. And he's got a pretty high distraction, so this should probably work. But it does not work. So Stud rolling his pin. Target is 4. Roll is a 10. He is able to kick out. But that atomic drop, don't ask me how. That atomic drop busted him open. I can't explain it either. There's the Mormon swing. All right, that is going to bring in Heenan for full interference. We're rolling here on the chart. Now, he can... Yeah, he can only do 1 here. So, Bobby Heenan. Heenan enters the ring, but the opponent stops him in his tracks. The opponent whips Heenan into the turnbuckle, sending him over the top rope and out of the ring. Heenan is out for the rest of the match. Heenan's wrestler rolls on level 3 defense. So, Heenan is lying on the floor ringside, holding his head. And you get 1 fatigue for the pin. And there's his pin again. Target is 6. Roll is a 9. He is able to kick out. And there's the Mormon swing again. Target is 9. Roll is a 7. The match is over. What a battle of these 2 big men. And the fans loving that Don Leo Jonathan wins. And that's going to be a 4-star match for these 2 guys. A lot of fun action there for absolutely sure. Well, it's time for our main event. Let me head on over to the poll. And the poll in the chat says Magnum TA is going to beat Bad News Allen. 70% of the votes, 70% say Magnum TA, so it's not close. Let's see. Trying to slam. Let me get back up here. Trying to slam Stud. Who does he think he is, Snuka or Andre? Or didn't Haku slam him when he was King Tonga? I think he slammed him too, I think. Back and forth actions, great match. Thank you, Bear. Jeffrey Melton says, big win. And Bear says, come on, Stud, make your big comeback. Atomic drop, drove Stud headfirst into the turnbuckle. There you go. This is why I love having Michael Barada in the chat. He will always explain the things I can't come up with for me easily. So thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. Haku did. Yeah. Haku. That's what I thought. Haku. Because I watched that semi recently where he slammed him. All right. It is time for our big main event. And that is Magnum TA versus Bad News Allen. I was going to add a third option to the poll. Do you think this will... actually, let me add this option. I'm going to end the first poll so that everyone's thinking Magnum TA is going to win. I'm ending the first poll, but I'm going to create a new poll that you can vote on during the match. And that just is, will the match end cleanly? Will there be a decisive winner? Actually, I'm going to put, will the... what's happening? Will the main event end cleanly? All right, you can vote on that as we get going here. Magnum TA... looking to keep his win streak alive. Magnum TA is going to start things off with a fireman's carry, but Bad News Allen stops him with a big right-hand punch. Hurts 2. Rope choke and neck snap. Choice A. Let's see. His ropes are an A. His power is a 0. I always checked him. Yeah, his power is a 0. He's going to go for the power, so this will work on an 8 or less. 6. It does work. Hurts 2. Bad News Allen with a clothesline. Hurts 2. Big right hand punch 2. Hurts 2. Headbutt 2. Dazed 1. Scoop slam. He does have the power to make that happen. Dazed 1. Headlock takeover. Dazed 1. Scoop Slam 2. Hurt 2. Clothesline 3. Down 3. Magnum TA is not leaving the ring. Pile Driver 3. Down 3. Still not leaving the ring. But Bad News Allen tosses him out of the ring. A brawl erupts. Both wrestlers roll disqualification. So I think that should say, shouldn't that say both wrestlers roll disqualification 4? Or do they just roll their, or am I thinking of something else and they just roll their disqualifications? I have the real chart right here. What was that? That was out of the ring B4. Oh, no, it's just both wrestlers roll disqualification. Okay, there you go. So DQ over here? No. DQ over here? Yes. And that will end the match as Bad News Allen continues to brawl outside of the ring. And Magnum TA will keep his win streak intact, but I have a feeling we will see these two battle again due to brawling outside the ring. And Allen ignoring the ref. So there you go. Not the best match. Kind of a dud. Actually, I'm going to leave it as a dud because it was a dud. But there you go. And 57 people were not as sure about this one ending cleanly as they were about the other one. But there you go. In a real fight, Allen will win because he was a judo champion. Yes, I agree. And there you go, folks. That is going to do it for today. Oh, you know what? I want to show this because this is a really cool feature. I really like this new feature. Here, let me show you. HEW. I'm creating a fake event here. At a fake venue, or just this is not a real event. I just want to show how this works. So let's say I showed this to the people at the pre-show last night. Let's say Abdullah. Well, I don't even have to do that. Let's say Abdullah the Butcher. Well, no, he wouldn't do that. He's more of a wild man. Who is somebody who would? Let's just say. Let's say it's Angelo Mosca. And Angelo Mosca comes to the ring, and he says, "I don't care who it is. Somebody from the back. You just come out here and you fight me, and I just anyone from the back." Well, what you can do now is you can hit Shift M to add somebody. Well, you can hit either M or Shift M to add somebody to the other corner. But I'm going to hit Shift M because I'm going to add him to the red corner. And then so you can see down here at the bottom of the stream, it says added mystery wrestler to the red corner. So we will add that match over there, and you can see it's Angelo Mosca versus a mystery person. Now, I think the other thing you can do is you can, let's say, let's say the Midnight Express. The Midnight Express, I use Eaton and Lane. Oh, apparently I don't. I use Eaton and Condry. I'm thinking of my personal feds. Eaton and Condry. And they come out, and they've been having battles with, let's say, Magnum TA, just because we just said him. We add Magnum to the red corner, and then we do another Shift M. Unable to get mystery wrestler. Oh, okay. So I guess, let me see if I remove him. Can I add? Okay. I guess you can only add one. Okay, so never mind. Ignore all that. Ignore all that. I thought you could add more than one. Anyway, when we click on this and we run this match, we can see who Angelo Mosca's mystery opponent is. And his mystery opponent is Masa Saito. So then you can roll out that match. But it's a cool new feature that Carl Zilla is working on. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. The mystery opponent feature in the FG assistant. All right. Well, thank you to everybody who tuned in here today. I really appreciate it. Jason Jacqueline, Salvador America, Pete M, Michael Brada, Bear 805, Jeffrey Melton, Gerandis, Pete M, yep, I said Bear 05, Michael Brada, yes, Neil Lau, thank you for being here. Jeffrey Melton, thank you for being here. Kathy Evans, thank you all, appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. Trying to get back on a regular schedule. All my kind of traveling and shows are over, so it should be good. I always say that. I should just never say that. Anyway, next week, our next card will be our number 1 contenders matches, and then we'll have a big defense championship type thing in 2 cards. All right, that's going to do it for now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate it. Have a great weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye.